Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about procrastination and how to prevent it and even conquer it in most cases. So, procrastination is essentially where you have goals in your life, you have things that provide you value and meaning, and out of fear or out of distraction, just put it off. You put it off until tomorrow. So, I think everyone is guilty of procrastination, but successful people have systems and habits that they use to conquer procrastination. And in this video, I'd like to share my tips and my experience that have helped me conquer procrastination throughout my career. So first of all, we need to know where we're going. So I need you to write down your goals 1 through 10, and the most important goals are at the top and the least important goals are at the bottom. After you've achieved that, you're going to cross out the bottom 7 goals. So you should have 3 of the most important things left. And the reason for this is if you have too many goals, you're split in too many directions, you cannot effectively focus your time. And so you're kind of scatterbrained. And that can look like procrastination. And when you do this, your goals should be in the SMART goal format, which is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound, and attainable. So this could look like I will lose 20 pounds by going to the gym 3 times every week for the next 2 months to achieve my goal of living healthier. And you can get more granular, and that's just an example of a goal that you can then use to apply to your top 30 goals. And once we have those, we're ready to go. Next, we need to break down our goals into micro habits. And this can be done through the lens of going to the gym, right? So for a lot of people, we want to be healthier, we want to lose weight, and going to the gym can be hard. We can procrastinate, we can put that off. So the first thing in that example is to turn off Netflix. It's to uninstall social media. The things that are holding you back, that you're actively doing, that you know make you weaker, you need to stop doing them. I know that sounds kind of simple, but it's true. So stop doing what makes you weaker, and then after that, you can put on gym clothes. That's a step closer to your goal. After that, you get in the car, you turn the key, you do the micro actions of getting to the gym. And those actions become habits when they're repeated. So if you can imagine doing something every day, you reinforce those circuits in your brain. So that's how habits are built over time. And then habits then become routine. And that's where we eventually want to get with our 3 goals. So we need to first realize, what do we want to accomplish with our life in those 3 goals, rank ordered. And then once we have that, we break down each goal into their micro actions. So going to the gym looks like turning off the Netflix that's distracting us. Then we get dressed. Then we get in the car. Then we get to the gym. And then when we get to the gym, it's easy because we're there. Like we go through the motions. We do what must be done. But to get there, we need to think about how to do that, or else we'll just procrastinate. The next thing is to remove all distractions from your life. So when I was in college, I uninstalled all of social media, all video games. I gave up my Netflix subscription, saved me a little money. But I did that because my main goal was to graduate summa cum laude, get into grad school. And I achieved that goal. And that's why I had to write out my goals, because once I knew that my goal was to graduate with X GPA so I could get into my next goal of getting my doctorate of physical therapy, once I knew that, it was a no-brainer, and I removed all of the distractions that got in my way of that goal. So I know that's very extreme, but if you want to achieve things in life, you have to sacrifice. So don't get sidetracked by shiny objects, right? You need to learn to say no to things. So if you can imagine going out, saying yes to drinks for Saturday night, right? So that's a fun time. It's hedonism, it's pleasure seeking, it's instant gratification. Once you give into that, the Sunday after. Imagine the difference between when you said yes and when you said no. If your goal is to put your life in order, right? So saying yes to drinks is saying yes to waking up at 1 p.m. on Sunday, hungover, disoriented, and behind for the week already. But saying no to drinks on Saturday is saying yes to waking up at 5 a.m. on Sunday, going for a 6-mile run, which is aligned with our goal of health. It's saying yes to meal prepping before noon, which sets us up for success for the entire week. So these sacrifices that we can do, it allows us to align ourselves with our hierarchy of goals. And that's why that's so important, because once you figure out what you want to accomplish, it's easy to justify your actions every single time you have to make them, instead of, I guess, winging it and then letting life be complex and ruining it for you. So take control of your life and remove your distractions and learn how to sacrifice the present for the future. And next, in order to conquer procrastination, we must conquer our fear. So this is huge for people because we might not see it. Our fear might be hidden in our subconscious. But really, I think most people are procrastinating. When they procrastinate, they're really just fearful of the outcome of rejection or failure. So the more resistance to a goal, to the actions that lead up to your goal, so like going to the gym, writing a book, putting it off, say, well, I'll start my diet tomorrow, I'll go to the gym tomorrow, I'll write my first page tomorrow. These things are not because we're procrastinating, it's because we're fearful. Our soul is fearful of rejection from our peers or failure that, we're inadequate. So how to get around this is essentially to just accept your humanity and know that you're imperfect, first of all. And next is to have a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. An individual with a growth mindset will take criticism constructively. And instead of saying, well, wow, that was pretty negative what that person said to me, actually think about it. Don't ruminate about it, but examine it for its value and say, well, maybe my eye contact could be a little better. Maybe I could speak up a little bit more. Maybe I really didn't know what I was talking about. Maybe I should prepare more next time I give a speech. These things will never get easier. Fear is part of life. And so we need to learn to accept fear and learn to overcome it by facing it head on. Because once you face fear, you don't become less fearful, you become more courageous. And in my experience, courage is all you need to attain your goals, because once you have courage and you can leverage discipline and you can create routines to make things easy, you just start clicking. Things start working out for you. And lastly, I'm going to reflect about why this is so important. For those of you who don't like where you are, look at your habits, because they're the most important thing you have. Because you are the sum total of your actions, obviously. What you do is what you are. So if we can make your habits and your routines in alignment of your ideals, your top 3 goals, then we'll start seeing improvements. So I appreciate y'all for watching. Let me know feedback in the comments, and please subscribe. See y'all in the next one. Peace.